Hello, it's me again, Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I want to talk a little bit more about intelligent design. What is intelligent design? Intelligent design is the idea that a creator made everything with intelligence and intent, designed everything to be very specific to what it's used for. Some great intelligence was used by some creator. Who was that creator? We don't know. Maybe it was God. Intelligent design is creation, a creator, repackaged to look a little like evolution. It's the idea that we don't know how it came to be here, so something had to make it. God done it. Oh wait, that's creation. God did it. That's intelligent design. The idea that a creator designed everything. The universe, life, everything, with purpose, with intent. Do we see that purpose and intent? No, we do not see that purpose and intent. Now, I mentioned earlier that I'm a designer. And I've had people say, well, you're a designer, then you do a better job. Really? Well, here's how a designer works. A designer sees a need and creates something to fit that need. How does evolution work? Well, it does not work the way a designer works. Evolution works this way. It throws out thousands of options, and the ones that work stay, and the ones that don't work go away. Now, I say that everything evolves, and that's true because everything goes through many generations of subtle changes and comes to fit a need. And when it reaches the point where it fits a need perfectly, people look at it like, oh, it was designed for that need. And it wasn't designed for that need. It was just created, and yeah, I said created. It came about and fit a need. The way biological evolution works is creatures have thousands of babies, and the babies that have the adaptations that work best for the environmental conditions that are constantly changing survive, and those that don't perish. And those environmental changes that are constantly changing throughout time cause those biological life forms to change constantly with each generation to fit those environmental changes over time that are constant, never ending. Evolution is change over time. It is constant, never ending. That's why evolution works. Now design sees a need and fits a need. So basically, it fits something that's existing, and when that thing changes, something new has to be designed. Now, why doesn't God use evolution in the design process? Sure, you could say that, and I tried very hard. I tried for literally decades to believe that. I tried to convince myself there was a God. I failed because I never believed there was a God. But I tried to convince myself that maybe this God was using evolution, which I knew worked, and I knew was real, and I knew was real. Did I repeat myself? Because I can see that. I tried to convince myself that a creator was using it to whatever end. But I hit about 40 and I realized, that's just dumb. That's trying to fit God into reality. And there doesn't need to be a God to fit reality. Now, I am a designer, and people say, if you're a designer, why don't you design it better? Well, like I said, a designer sees a need and fits a need. A designer wouldn't take an adaptation, like the laryngeal nerve that I mentioned on the last video, that is in fish, and keep that through hundreds of thousands of generations and biological change into many, 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 many different life forms, and keep that same nerve the same way and the same function. A designer would have bypassed the heart and just gone from where it starts to where it finishes. But evolution doesn't work that way. Evolution doesn't adapt to change. Evolution just puts out a bunch of options. It doesn't rewire things. It takes what's already there and molds it. In fact, it doesn't even mold it. It just throws out a bunch of options, and the ones that fit, light. Okay, God said, let there be light. Light. Motion sensitive light. Awesome, right? Okay. I spliced that part out. There's been a scene change. What was I saying? So, evolution doesn't work the way a designer works. Evolution throws out thousands of options, and the ones that work stick and the ones that don't. A designer will put out a lot of options, but they'll work one. That worked? No. Let's try another one. That one worked? No. Let's try another one. That one worked? No. Let's try another one. And a designer would not put out thousands of options to see which one fits. A designer would create the one that fits for the job. Especially if it were an all-knowing creator of universes. Design doesn't fit in biology. Design doesn't even fit in nature at all. Not in geology, not even planetary. People like to say the universe was specially designed just for us. If one thing were changed ever so slightly, the universe that we know would not exist. And that's true. A different universe would exist. Simple enough. The laws of nature that we have fit for the universe that we have. Had they been different, we would not have this universe. We would have a different universe. Same thing with life. Things that fit work, and things that don't fit don't work, and they disappear. So if the laws of nature were slightly different, this universe would not exist. A different one would exist. Just because something works doesn't mean it was designed to work. It means it exists because it works, not because something or someone or somehow it was designed to work. It exists because it did work, and those things that didn't work stopped existing. Intelligent design is a repackaging of creation. That is all it is. If intelligent design were the word of God, something about it would have been in the Bible. Something about it would have, even evolution would have been in the Bible. Something in the Bible. But what do we get in the Bible? God created all the forms of life as they are existing. Except for we know that thousands upon thousands upon thousands of different life forms have existed that are now gone. And we have seen life forms now that are disappearing at a rate at which everything would be dead in short order if evolution weren't at work at replacing those life forms, or at least not so much replacing, but enabling new life forms to survive, to fit the niches that the ones that perish used to own. Evolution is a process that works. Design in nature doesn't work. We see design because we are trained to see design, because design makes sense. And evolution, for many people, doesn't make sense. They think it's random crazy stuff. And it is in a way random. Have you ever wondered why a plant has thousands of seeds? Well, because not all those seeds will survive. Only the ones that are best adept at surviving will survive, or have the right, the right stuff, or the right conditions, or the right opportunities. They survive, the rest perish. Why do so many animals have so many hundreds of babies? Because so many of them will perish. That's how evolution works. That is not how design works. If intelligent design were real, everything would have one baby, because that's all they would need, because one would be perfectly designed to survive. That's why intelligent design is just wrong. It doesn't work when you design. It works for evolution. I don't know how much more clear I can make it. I will do another video if I have to, but hopefully I've made my point clear enough that people who want to believe in intelligent design, who need to believe in intelligent design, because their need to believe intelligent design is so strong, because if they can't hold on to it, they might lose their faith that God is real. And that would be horrible. Their lives would fall apart if they couldn't believe in God. Life would make no sense to them anymore, and they'd go around murdering and raping and killing. Because, without God, they have no morals, right? I've got no God, because I don't need a God. And I have morals. Either that or I just don't like raping, killing, and murdering. Anyways, I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and intelligent design is just silly. Why can't you see that? Why?